Hi, glad to see you again. We're still reading from this book. We're in that interesting sections about brothers and sisters. This one's about Esau and Jacob, both wanting their share. You have the same book. You can find it too. What was the maddest you've ever been at your brother or sister or a friend? All sisters and brothers, even best friends, get mad at each other sometimes. It's not just you. Here's the Bible story of two brothers who got super mad at each other and what happened when they did. Esau and Jacob were twins. But when they were born, Esau was born just a little bit before Jacob. In those days, the rule said that the oldest brother got most of his father's money when his father died. When their father Isaac was old and blind, he decided to give almost all his money to Esau just because he was a tiny little bit older. That's what the rule said. "That's not fair," Jacob said. His mother Rebekah agreed. "That's not fair," she said. So they figured out a plan, and they thought was more fair. A plan to make sure that Jacob got some of Esau's money too. This was their plan. Jacob would pretend to be his brother Esau. When his brother Esau was out hunting, Jacob dressed up like Esau. He put lamb's wool on his arms so that he'd feel hairy like his hairy brother. He put on Esau's clothes so that he would smell like his brother. Then Jacob went to his father Isaac, who could hardly see anymore. Isaac felt Jacob and smelled him, and he thought Jacob was Esau. So Jacob signed most of his money over. Isaac signed most of his money over to Jacob. When Esau found out, he was really mad. He said, "These aren't the rules." Who do you think was right, Esau or Jacob? When brothers and sisters get really mad at each other, they always think it's the other person's fault, right? Who do you think was right this time? Esau was so mad he wanted to kill his brother. Jacob was so scared he ran away from home. They were brothers who grew up together, but now they were far apart. They would not see each other or talk to each other for years and years. Again, there are the questions here. One of the ones I want to answer is, what do you think Jacob looked like when he dressed up like Esau? I think he looked pretty silly, probably, if you could see it, and his dad couldn't. Because he had this lamb stuff on his arms to make him look like he had hair when he didn't, and he had his brother's coat on, which probably didn't fit, because my imagination is that Jacob was smaller. It looked like a really bad and not scary Halloween costume, probably. What do you think they looked like? Let's have a prayer. Dear God, even though we get mad at them, we thank you for brothers and sisters. Help us to begin to understand what fear is in your eyes. In God's Christ's name, amen.